Sunday, September the 16th, 2012, and I'm back on local walks now that the Olympics has finished. Today I've decided on this rather grey day, but thankfully not raining, to do free walk 139, which is a Tadworth via Headley Heath and Box Hill Circular. It's in zone 6, as you can see, the penultimate stop before zone 6 finishes, so good value for money at £1.50 in my case, £3 day return. It's around, officially anyway, potential to be 14 miles if I do all the add-ons, which I'm planning to do. It's now 11:15, probably a 6 or 7 hour stroll today, so plenty of time. And interestingly, the Tour of Britain cycle race is about to finish not too far away, via Dorking, Reigate, that sort of area, but hopefully no impact when I get to Box Hill. Might see some of it, you never know. Let's get cracking anyway. Now, the interesting thing about this walk today is that it hasn't been walked or written up, so it's a pure map walk, which should prove quite interesting. Initially we walk up this road past Barclay's Bank, that's the first guiding point. There's a number of cyclists around, but none of them have got anything to do with the Tour of Britain, interestingly. Now, interestingly, there is a footpath here just in front of Barclay's Bank, which I'm going to assume is the right one to take. So, having just come across the avenue, this road is, you then cross over and come to a well hidden signpost here, footpath marker, public bridleway, which leads us over there and across that green area on the map. So I am on the right track. Come across a number of footpath posts. The one on the left over there is the one you don't want, neither this one straight ahead, but I'm assuming, going by the map, that it's over here on the right. So that'll be the most south-southwesterly one. Not sure if you can read that, it's well weather beaten, but it does say to the bell, whatever that is. Bell is a local pub, so I still don't know if I'm in the right place, but we'll soon find out. There's only one option here, to go right. So I have got out here to the public bridleway off Hurst Road, which is down there. Not too difficult if you use the map. You can hear the hum of the M25 in the background already. Early views of Great Hurst Wood marked on the map, which we pass on the right shortly. Wind's picking up. Still grey, but sunny intervals are predicted this afternoon, touch wood. Only 1 week till autumn officially starts. Plenty of autumn fruit starting to appear. Elderberries here in this case. M25's in the background, as you can hear. Pretty noisy. Walking past Great Hurst Wood, and as you can see, pretty dry underfoot. We haven't had any rain, serious amounts of rain anyway, for a while now. So pretty easy going at the minute. Passing under the M25, pretty noisy it is as well. Forks here, and I believe we go right towards Headley Pub, up that way. Out of the wood and Headley Church comes into view, along with a noisy chopper in the background. A very interesting kissing gate there as we enter the Headley Church. Very interesting memorial tomb there, or whatever it is. Can't actually read the inscription. Saint Mary the Virgin. And as you can make out up there, 12 noon exactly. So I've been walking around an hour and a quarter. Don't seem to have got very far in that time. From another angle. And as usual with churches, you got a pub not too far away, the Cock Inn. Too early for lunch, but a possible early tea time stop. En route to Heath House on the map. Entering the National Trust's Headley Heath estate. Walking across Headley Heath. Not sure if I'm walking on the right path, but using a compass at this point. Going in an approximately south-southeasterly direction per the map. So it should get me where I need to be. Again, as in Jersey a couple of weeks ago, lots of heather around and gorse and bracken, come to that. Looks like there's a clearance program been taking place, and that's how they dispose of the cuttings. Stash them up between those young poplars, those young birches. With following a compass bearing is that even though the footpath is clearly beneath my feet, Mother Nature doesn't sometimes respect that. So I'm head high in bracken at the minute. Early fungus or toadstool there. Well, it's not really early, it's bang on time if truth be told. Some black currants as well. A bit of a clearing ahead, as indicated on the map, and then you come to this track, which is also indicated on the map, where we turn right. Starting to ascend now, so some views to be had. Pretty clear today, even though it's grey. Visibility's good. Not certain if this is the old Roman road mentioned in the text, but I'm kind of hoping this is taking me up to White Hill. Soon find out the error of my ways. Okay, could be in luck here. Come across a National Trust walk here called the Box Hill Hike, which is obviously where I ultimately need to be for lunch. I do believe I'm about to cross a B road as indicated on the map, so fingers crossed I might be on track. Well, there's High Ashurst Outdoor Education Centre, so I am on track somehow. Views over towards White Hill, which I'm not sure I'm going to have time to get up to now, because I've just been waylaid by some outdoor activity centre staff looking for a young girl that's gone missing, with special needs as well. 18-year-old with a black jacket, cardigan and a green rucksack. She's got special needs, and they've lost her. So if I see her, I'll have to escort her back, I suppose. And as you can see, some further great views back there across what is an archery field down below me. If you don't take the alternative route up to White Hill, you're basically following this very quiet B road which leads up to the activity centre, so not a lot of traffic on it. In fact, I haven't seen anything yet. I'm just outside the entrance to the Laces house. The public footpath ends at this point with no public access down this lane behind me. So, seeing as this footpath is in a southwesterly direction, hopefully this will come out at the Juniper Hall Field Centre. I'm now looking down on what I believe to be Warren Farm, with White Hill, a very picturesque White Hill, in the background there. So in a sense it's a shame that I didn't take that alternative option, but it is 1:15 now and I am planning on doing the longer route, so unfortunately time running a bit against me. Although having said that, it doesn't get dark till 7:30 now at the moment, so let's have a look over there, that direction. Lovely. Gatwick never far away down here. Nice place for an activity centre, eh? Some lovely colours over there, some lovely greens. Won't be long before they're lovely browns. Now if you look carefully through that gap in the trees over there, that's probably the footpath that I would have been taking if I'd taken the alternative route. Further views back to White Hill. All the sheep are down. Certainly no sunny intervals yet, or imminent by the looks of it. This is a fine view from this side of the hill. Don't know if it'd be any better actually walking through the hill, or sorry, through the woods on the hill. More pleasant woodland walking prior to Juniper Hall car park. So exiting at this open area. There's a car park down there, I believe, somewhere, as marked on the map. But the onward journey is up here on the left, I do believe, heading what would probably be in an easterly, southeasterly direction. A couple of tempting lunchtime respites there. As I know, Box Hill will probably be busy, but I feel I must press on. Not quite deserving of my lunch yet, I don't think. Cracking view from this bench though. Views back from the 165 metre high Juniper top. With what I believe to be Cherkley Court, as marked on the map, there in the middle. Onward journey ahead there, a southerly path through the woodland towards Box Hill. Wind is picking up now and still no sign of sunny intervals. Looks more like it's going to rain and the sun come through. Pretty straightforward flint based track walking. We would find that well maintained on National Trust property and very quiet, devoid of bird song apart from the odd robin and the odd aircraft. Very quiet day, which is just how I like it. Bit of bird song's good though. Not too many people, which is interesting for a Sunday. Must all be watching the bike race. An eerie looking yew tree there. Bit spooky looking. As I approach Box Hill, rammed with people, well, not rammed, but certainly more people up here than there would normally be, because as I suspected, people were here earlier this morning taking advantage of the viewpoint down to the Tour of Britain. So 172 metres above sea level. This is the view you get down on Dorking, I believe that is, over on the right. Let's get a better view. Pretty crowded today up here. Would have been a much better view on a Monday when no one's around, but there you go. Nice enough view. Wind is getting a lot stronger now. But this is going to be my lunchtime respite, seeing as it's coming up 2 o'clock. Delightful. Okay, 2:45, lunch has been had, and that town over there is in fact not Dorking, which is over there on my left, but West Humble. And I do recall that my very first walk when I started walking again 3 years ago was up the steep incline to this hill in around about the end of April 2009. Done about 6.5 miles to this point now, which is about halfway through. So I've got about another 3 hours walking, I guess. Let's press on. So, as my intention is to take the longer route back via the North Downs Way, I will stick with that henceforth, and that is upwards this way. There seems little point in following the text exactly from here on, because that goes through the village of Box Hill and offers the alternative of joining the North Downs Way later. So see how we go. Further views back over West Humble as we proceed along the North Downs Way. And there was, for a brief minute there, some sunshine poking through, so the weathermen may yet be right with their sunny interval forecast. Quite a lot of people on this section of the walk, as it's quite close to a car park, and of course it is the North Downs Way, so relatively popular. Smith and Weston is very close to the North Downs Way, not far from Box Hill. Just noticed lots of acorns falling down almost on top of my head, and then I heard the sound of nuthatches up there, which you may be able to pick up. This section of the North Downs Way is very well manicured and looked after. Look at that, eh? Good stuff. So there you go. Sunlight. Finally. Good stuff. It's about 3 o'clock now, so pretty much on time per the weatherman's forecast. So as I descend, I'm missing out on some great views on the right. All I get is glimpses through the tree leaves, but I dare say in winter, when the leaves have gone, the view would be much better. Even out here in Brookham Warren, I think we're at, that Box Hill hike symbol is still around. That's off down there on the left. I've just descended from path on the right, and the onward journey down there into that dip down steps. Bench here marked Brockham, sorry, I thought it meant Brookham, and from that bench there's an opening, and that's the view that we might have got had there been less tree cover above, on the path above. Down below there's the road where the cycle race would have taken place this morning. I think that's the A24, can't remember. Information board here about Brockham Lime Works, which were a working lime works until 1936. Mother Nature has since been healing the scar over the last 76 years. And it's at this juncture, I do believe, that you have the option of continuing straight up there to Box Hill Village to follow the main route, or, as I'm doing, continuing to follow the North Downs Way for the extended version. Another pleasant view just outside Box Hill Village. With someone banging in their garden just as I happen to be filming. Incredible, if it's not a plane, it's a human. Peace at last. No, it spoke too soon. Another option here to turn off left into Box Hill Village for the pub stroke early tea time stop. Would be quite early as well, it's only 3:30. But that comes just after these steps, and that pleasant view from that bench up there. Our onward journey's down here. You can see here remnants of the old quarry workings as we look back to Brockham, Warren and Hill. Very pleasant autumn afternoon now. Looking back towards West Humble. Well, it's actually over that way. Didn't want to get the sun in the camera though. Woodlands opened up and I'm descending down this chalky path now. We are shortly to hit probably the high point of the day, 224 metres. But the North Downs Way actually doesn't go up to the high point, but continues on a lower path below. The high point was actually a path up there on the left that I've just passed, and there's a radio mast up there somewhere, though luckily I haven't seen it yet. Another sign that autumn's on its way. Spider in his lair. Not sure if you're getting that clearly though, that's a problem. Let's try and focus that up a bit. No, very difficult to focus. Another information board about Brockham Lime Works. Bang on cue, another jet passes overhead. Unbelievable. can read all about this on Google if you can't read this by enlarging it. Information board here about Tadworth Quarry and Lime Works, which is an SSI and candidate special area of conservation. And there's the view from it. I see a windmill in the distance over there. One of those Jack and Jill ones that are unique to the area, I believe. I wonder if that's the one I've walked past on another walk. Looks like it. In fact, almost certainly is, seeing as I've done walks around that area. And another plane. Christ, like Piccadilly Circus out here. And there's the goats that they've got grazing. Keep the vegetation down. Not much evidence of quarry work in here now. Mother Nature's doing a good job. The goats are back to keep the buddleia in check. Obviously their nighttime home. There is evidence of the old quarry works. Quite a busy section of road walking that I've just done, although luckily they've now taken the path off the road and up into the hedgerow there. Anyway, onward journeys down here. Now on to another pleasant section of tree avenue walking. Onward journey through this gate, along the edge of that wood, I do believe. Lots of buzzards hovering above it. Juncture, the map's indicating that I should leave the North Downs way, follow that bridleway upwards, probably for the views. North Downs way goes that way right, but we rejoin that later, I believe. Per audio ad astra, on we go. Views back from my ascent. Plenty of crickets and grasshoppers in here. Upon reaching this four-armed footpath marker, don't take the bridleway ahead, but take this one on the right over here, per the map. Got a couple of opportunities here. I believe that way straight on, although not clearly indicated, is the North Downs way, and I think I need to go left here, following that blue marker there, uphill, to eventually come to the M25 crossing bridge. That's what I'm going to gamble on anyway. Even if it's the wrong path, it does provide some pleasant views. That buzzard over there nearly attacked me just now. I was walking along this footpath, just flew up out at a hedge, nearly had his talons in my hair. Big old bird when you're up that close to him. Excellent shot. He's obviously got some kind of carcass down there behind me. That's why he's over there watching it, albeit from a distance. As I say, here's the footpath, and it's all happened on my left here. Just in there he was. What lovely views we got here. As I say, I'm not sure I'm on the right path, but nonetheless, getting some great views. And there's that buzzard above me now. There he is, right on my head. Clearly something down here he likes. Just passing this bench in memory to Paul Hill. And just past it, on the left, is where I think we branch off. That marker there. And then that should take us to the M25 bridge. Many times you can see why this bench is here. Very pleasant place for a flask of tea. Delightful. Yeah, this sounds right. You can hear the hum of the M25 already. So here we are, bang on cue, the M25 crossing, and what a racket even on a Sunday. Madness. I hate the M25. Very nice yellow daisy type flower there. Of course, the old black currants. Berries, sorry. I reached this junction next to this footpath marker, and not 100% clear which way you go. The map would indicate that you go back on yourself down there, although it also indicates that you drop down on a path through this wood. So I'll have a little look for that first. Shortly after that junction back there, there's a path through this wood across Walton Heath Common, which I suspect is the route we take. I've been right so far today, so let's see if I can get this right. Some rules about the common. Okay, so having come from the M25 crossing, the lower of the footpath markers there, i.e. that way, we now go back on ourselves down this way to a place called Mogador. Sounds very Merlin-esque. Okay, hitting the golf course now. Shouldn't be too many players at this time of night. It's coming up 5 o'clock. First time I've seen that. There's a bloke over there with a remote controlled golf buggy. Whatever next? So, having crossed various fairways, I now come to this 3-armed footpath marker, which interestingly goes to the M25 crossing. So there could be a potential shortcut there. And I notice we're now on Banstead Commons Conservators territory. And for the first time today, seeing as we're on Corporation of London land, come across one of these old coal posts. This one having those identification numbers on it. Not sure what they mean, but someone might do. Anyway, our onward journey's left here, i.e. almost north. Leaving the noise of the M25 slightly behind us, then come out into this open area. And it's good to see there's still a fair amount of swallows flying around. Another couple of weeks, they'll be gone. We leave this common. Interesting to note that all the swallows were flocking together, singing to each other as well. So clearly gathering together for the long journey home. Actually following the permissive path through the wood, through the middle of the wood shown on the map, as opposed to the one running down the left hand edge of the wood, because I think this brings me out immediately opposite the path that takes me back to the bell where we were this morning. That's the theory anyway. At this point I need to come off the permissive ride, which I've been following from the map, and turn up here north-northwest to cross that B road. So once again my judgment is right. Cross this busy Dorking road, and hopefully that bridleway opposite takes us to the Bell pub. For the first time today I come to Walton Pond with a heron over there. Not sure if you can see that. And returning to where I was earlier, the Bell. Down this lane, Withy Bed Corner. Instead of continuing straight down this lane to the Bell, I'm going to go diagonally across the common as indicated on the map, following this public bridleway. Walking back down the alleyway which leads us to Barclays Bank, which I got right this morning as being the correct way. Bloody Red Baron up there. Sounds like he stalled it. Got it going again. I often see a biplane these days. Okay, 6 o'clock, 7¼ hours later, back at Tadworth. Took me a bit longer than I expected, but there you go, no worries, completed. Very nice walk that was as well. Mission accomplished with the exception of the extension via White Hill, which is a shame, but I've recorded today that I've walked 13.8 miles. Weather wasn't too bad in the end, brightened up. So a very nice walk, good walking underfoot. Could be a bit of a problem in places in the winter after rain. Generally speaking, nice mix of woodland and open heath walking. Highly recommended, and all for the grand cost of £3 using an Oyster card with your network card added. So not bad at all. Once again, I'm surprised by a walk within Zone 6, but that's as close to urban walking as I get. It perhaps should be added that as the walk stands at the moment, a fair degree of map reading and compass work is required, particularly over the heath and woodland section around Headley. So bear that in mind. Highly recommended though.